so I'm a little late. Sorry, I'm like half an hour late, but okay, so it's leetcode again for like the quickest stream ever. Half an hour, I'm getting out of here. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let me tweet first because I feel like I always forget how to do this. I'll just use my computer. What am I doing? I'm on my phone. Like, okay, let's see. Let's see. What was the last thing I even said? I don't even know. Let's look. Okay, perfect. All right. Copilot. LeetCode round 2. Fight. Wait, am I gonna say fight? We'll just say round 2. Oh, I have to leave the link too. One time I didn't leave the link and someone yelled at me, so there we go. Alright. Okay, alright, so LeetCode, right? We're back at the you know what? First, before I go to a different question, right? So this is what happened. So last time I was trying to do like this regular expression one, right? And Copilot, it did the right thing, okay? Like I typed in isMatch again, and it came back as right. So it came back with a different solution, and this time there was no like weird for loop. It's all recursive. So this one is different. So it's similar here, where it checks for the star, and then it just returns early, right? If it doesn't equal star. But if it does, then it just returns isMatch with no loop, right? So it puts in the string with no loop, and it compares again, starting from the second or the third index. And then here, if it says the length of the string is 0, returns false. And here there's one more too. Like if the character is equal to the thing, or it's equal to dot, and it's a match with the next one, then it just returns that. It's way smarter, right? Like that's a way smarter way to do it than like some weird for loop. All right, so wait, I don't even think I changed my little streaming thing. Oh, you know what? The info's the same. LeetCode with Copilot. Okay, so let's check Copilot status real quick. Oh my goodness. Okay, well I actually uninstalled Node because I'm so paranoid. Let me see, now that it's reinstalled, let's try to enable Copilot again. Status. Oh my gosh, I have to actually restart neovim. Copilot enable. And we could check the status. Whoops, let's go here. Copilot status. Enabled and online. Okay, there we go. All right. So now you know that Copilot's going to be doing some stuff. Okay, so let's do this add to number. Let's just go down the list. Like, I don't care about difficulty necessarily. Let's just go down the list. I don't even know. This might actually be a difficult question. I have no idea. It doesn't, I don't see it here. Oh, there it is, because I was zoomed in. Okay, so this add to numbers is medium difficulty. It sounds simple. Okay, so you are given 2 non-empty, okay, so I had 25 minutes for Copilot. All right, so you're given 2 non-empty linked, let's make another file. Add to numbers.go, right? Okay, so you're given 2 non-empty linked lists representing 2 non-negative integers. The digits are stored in reverse order, and each of their nodes contains a single digit. The digits are stored in reverse order. And each of their nodes contains a single digit. Okay, add the 2 numbers and return the sum as a linked list. Oh, this is a little harder than just adding 2 numbers together, but only because I know the words linked list. This is what happens when you go to college to be a computer engineer and you think you're gonna get out and like do Verilog and FPGA stuff, maybe VHDL or System C, but then you wind up doing actual programming, like higher level language stuff that's not like hardware stuff. So this is what happens, right? And then you get into web and you don't know anything anymore. Okay, so you may assume the 2 numbers do not contain any leading 0 except the number itself. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's see. This is 243, 564, and you sum these two. You sum the 2 and the 5 and the 4 and the 6 to 10. But you may assume that two numbers do not contain any leading zero except the number 0 itself. They are stored in reverse, and each of the nodes contains a single digit. And return the sum as a linked list. Okay, wait. 2, 6, 9. Wait, 11. No, that's so it's 2, 4, 3, right? And then 5, 6, 4, and now put 7, 0, 8. 3, 4, 2 plus 4, 6, 5. Oh, 807. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what? 4 and 6 is 10. What are you talking about? Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, so given this 3, 4, 2, right, in reverse order, so you reverse them, and then you add them as like the digits themselves, the list themselves. Okay, so 3, 4, 2 plus 4, 5, 6, 8, 7. Okay, what about this one? 0 and 0 is 0. Wait, why is it a list though? It's an integer. It's not a sum, right? It's like an empty linked list or something with one digit. Oh, and look at this one. They didn't even put it together. Oh, this is explanation. Oh, I see. Oh, because you're returning 708. Okay, I get it. Okay, so you sum the numbers and then you return the digits as a list. Wait, is that hard? Look, I don't know about Go. I just want to say it's medium difficulty. But luckily, Copilot can do it, okay? Copilot can do this, no problem. If it did the regular expression thing, it can do this, no problem. Oh, the regular expression, it did struggle, but it came through. All right, so this one's all 9s, like a bunch of 9s, and this one's a bunch of 9s. And then you take these, you sum them, and then you get this number here, but it's reversed, right? So it's actually gonna be, it's reversed, so 708. So it's actually this large number, right? Okay, the number of nodes is in the range 1 to 100. 0 and 9, yeah, is guaranteed the list represents a number that does not have leading zeros. Okay. Okay, so let's try it. Let's just start typing, and Copilot will help me. I'm sure it's already seen this leetcode. Given to non-empty, yeah, okay. It already knows. Leetcode doesn't stand a chance, all right? Okay, so that's that. Okay, so it already knows. It already knows about this question. So we'll do package main, import. Let's see what it wants to import. Format, okay, fair enough. I feel like we're gonna need OS, but that's all right. Maybe not. Okay, so we'll do func main. Whoops, hello. We'll do the thing first. Oh, okay, so it's already trying, but it doesn't understand what I want. Add two numbers. It just assumed that we were gonna add the two numbers already. Okay. Wow, look at that. So there's a list node and a list node, and it returns, guess what? A list node. Okay. All right. So that's cool. Let's see. Cool. So it already has a solution, of course, because it's Copilot. That's so funny. Like, I should probably do leetcode on my own, but like, if Copilot can do it, who cares, right? Okay, so here's an example. There's two examples here, right? There's 2, 4, 3, and 5, 6, 4, which is our example from here. Okay. Let's also give it another example. Let's give it, wow, this is really ugly. Let's give it another example. 3, 4, and it's just 0. And there is no next, right? What is, yeah, that's that, right? Okay. Cool. And then I think there is no next, right? Okay, and then, yeah, we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do L4. Okay, no, that's not right. But L5, it just really wants to help, you know? So that, you know what, I would like to have an easier way to type these out. But oh well, what are you gonna do? Okay, so we don't have a list node. That does not exist. Is it a class? What is it? List node? Is it a type? What is it? Is that what you call it? Type? Type list node? Okay, there. Yeah, it's a struct, a type list node, right? I wonder if I could just do, can I do struct list node? Will Copilot do that? No, it's completely wrong. Okay. All right. So I think a type list node struct. I don't know how that Copilot put that together, but it did. Okay. So, all right, this freaking thing. I honestly, okay. So there's a carry, for carrying. So like in this example, 10 is, or you're doing the 465. Sorry, I like adding them. 465 plus 342, so you need to, it's gonna be 7 and then 10 and then 8, right? So that makes sense. Actually, you know what? Yeah, like you could actually sum them like I was doing. Like you could do 7, 10, and then carry it over to 8. That's interesting to think about. Anyway, so there's a carry, there's a head and a tail. Okay, so it's checking for nils. But it says that the list, the number of nodes in each linked list, and it's 0 and 9, so you don't really have to check for nils, right? Am I correct? Oh, I see, because we're going to be setting them to nil, right? You're looking for nil because that's the end, the terminal point. Okay, fine, fair enough. And carry does not equal 0. Okay, so while this happens, they're both not nil. You do the sum. You sum them, and you take. If it's not nil, you're taking the value and adding it to the sum, and then you're going to the next one. Well, this is pretty straightforward, actually. And then okay, so you take the carry, and then you divide by 10, and then you modulus 10 to get the number out, right? And then you add to your new list, right? The return list, head. So here's the head currently is nil. Then you're gonna make a new list, and you're gonna set the tail to the head. Okay, and then you set the next one to a new one, and then you set the tail to the next. Seems right. Let's try it. Okay, so go run. What do I add? 2 numbers, right? Okay, so no new variable. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, this again. Copilot, just do the thing. Oh, this is 5 and 6, right? Because I was gonna try the 8s and 9s, but it's really, I should probably build it like this, right? I should probably, you know what? We'll just assume it's right with the big number. All right. So here we go. Go run. Okay, so it returned. It's not looking good, right? It's not really looking. Print line, add 2 numbers, but it just returns the head as a list node. So it doesn't know how to print it. So it is looking like something, but I think I need to have like some kind of iterator or something to like check it to print this type struct thing. What if I just try some random stuff like print? Oh, perfect. Okay. Yep. All right. It knows. Sweet. I didn't have to do that. Okay. So print list, right? That's what I want to do. I want to do print list. And I wanted, yes, okay, perfect. And then this one too, 3 and 4. I can do just a little bit, just change those, right? Okay, so now let's run it again. Much better. Although, why is there a 5? With the zeros? Oh, 0 and 5. Let's do 0, 0. Let's try it. 7, 0, 8, 0. Oh, perfect. All right, let's submit it and see if it works. Let's see. What am I doing? Oh. I'm going over here and definition for, oh, it has a definition right there. It has a definition. I didn't even read that. That's pretty bad. Okay, so we don't need this one. We only need the inside of this, right? So we'll take that and we will put this here and we will submit it. And let's see if Copilot can do it. Success! 4 milliseconds, Copilot. Incredible. Okay, so that's cool. Wow, that really, you know what? I learned a lot about linked lists today too. So there you go, good. Although I've never had to make a linked list, but hey, maybe I should. Maybe I should make a linked list. Okay, so here we go. Oh, geez, I just hit this sort thing. I didn't mean to. All right, let's go back. Okay, so add 2 numbers. Longest substring without repeating characters. Another medium, and I've got 14 minutes, but Copilot can do it. Of course it can. Okay, so I feel like I did this already. Did I not do this? No, I did longest palindrome substring. Longest palindrome. Okay, so let's do longest substring without repeating characters. Oh, we'll just call it longest unique substring. Right. I mean, it's not technically the right thing, but whatever. Longest unique. Oh, geez. Longest unique substring. Okay, here we go. All right, so given a string S, find the length of the longest substring. Okay, so we'll just type it out, and then Copilot will. Oh, I just typed in given. It's not gonna know that. Given a string S, find the length of the longest. Okay, there it got it. Okay, man, it must know every single LeetCode question and answer at this point. Like, I wonder, like, because it's probably trained on LeetCode and it's probably trained on Stack Overflow too. So like, it's probably easy to trip it up, Copilot, but like, it's at the same time. It's probably like if you gave it something that it had never seen before. Like if I try to do like my weird web framework stuff with Copilot, I wonder if it would help me or hurt me. I feel like it would get annoying because it would try to do things that like haven't been done before, right? Because like that code doesn't exist online, so like it's a permutation of like code that does exist though. So yeah, I'm not really sure. All right, let's do. You know what? Let's start package main, of course. Let's do the import again, but I already know what it's gonna do. So I already know what to do. So it's already gonna do that. This is a great way to learn, though. Honestly, like I'm learning a ton of Go, and like I was thinking about Go more and more. Like, wow. Okay, so I just typed in func, and then it did it as I was talking. So let's try some test cases here. So I was thinking about Go more and more in terms of like web development, and I mean I know it's not like super nice, but wow, that's a long string. That's a bunch of garbage. Like why did it do that? Why did it do this? What the heck? Wow, that was really weird. Okay, I mean I guess I have to end this string though, right? There we go. You almost got it, Copilot. All right, there you go. Just need a little help. Okay, so yeah, that's a big string, and I think there's like escape characters in here. I think I don't know if this is gonna work. I expected a semicolon, but it got but I found EOF. Like I think I have to delete some of this stuff. Like maybe it doesn't like it doesn't like a lot of stuff in here. Actually, this looks like it's repeating, right? Like it came up with this insane string. That's so weird. Maybe it'll work now. Okay, there we go. Like that's a good string. Okay, so I don't even know what the answer to that will be, to tell you the truth. Okay, so let's see if it works. Let's look at it first. Let's look at the implementation. Okay, so if there's nothing in the string, return 0. Obviously, good. It'd be nice to not have these if statements though. Like man, like whenever I come up with something and I don't have to have any ifs, I'm like, this is the right solution. But this one has an if, but that's fine. I mean, look, for LeetCode, whatever. All right, 9:20. We're gonna get one more LeetCode question in the next 10 minutes. So max start end. There's a map of characters, my favorite. I love maps. Hash maps are the best. Okay, so for end less than the length of the string. Okay. Whoa, what a weird way to do a loop. Why don't they just do a range, right? Why don't they do a range of the thing? Well. And because you're doing the index. Well, still though, oh, that's weird. All right, for n less than length. If nothing on the first one, okay. Care map. What is it? I've never seen this syntax before for Go. I've never seen any Go syntax really, but for that, I haven't seen this one. That's new. So I guess if can take. I guess if can take. Okay, you're assigning okay, and then you're like ending the if, I think. But then there's like a nested if. That's so weird. Wow, I have to learn this syntax. So you say if the okay in the okay case, right? Is that what I'm thinking? Because this one says if char map. Oh, that's a normal if, right? Wow, that's something. That's interesting. It's like destructuring. Wow. Okay. Okay. So char map s end is end. Map byte. Okay, so it takes the character and it checks to see in the map. And then if n this, whoa, what the heck? If n minus start plus 1 is greater than max. Okay. What? Okay. So I think the longest substring without repeating characters. There might be a better way to do that. I might actually know how to do this a little better. But I don't want to do it. I don't want to steal Copilot's thunder. And plus I'd be here for a lot longer than 8 minutes. Alright, so run longest unique substring. Go. Oh no. 41. Oh, it still doesn't like this. It still doesn't. Oh, you know what? Because we don't have a. You know what? Let's bring back the huge string. Because I realized what it did. It took away this this thingy. All right, so let's. There we go. Okay, so at 3, 1, 3, and then what was 0? A blank string. Oh no, that's empty string, and then a blank string is 1, and then AU is 2, A and U, and then DVD would be 3, right? Okay, and then this one, 95. I don't know how you verify that necessarily, but you know, whatever. I mean, you're not gonna go through that string. Okay, so well, hello. So let's take. Oh my gosh. You know what? Is this VI curly braces? Am I crazy? Can I do this? Can I make it work? No, I can't make it work. Oh, you know what? Here, we'll do it here. There we go. Okay. I could have just got the whole function, I guess. All right, so submit this. Let's see if it's right. Copilot only had problems on the hardest one, right? So 4 milliseconds, faster than 90%. Cool. All right, so let's go to leetcode. What is this one? No, let's go to a hard one because it failed on this median of 2 sorted arrays, right? Like it did that one, but it failed on the regular expression match. Let's go again to the most difficult leetcode problems, right? That I don't understand at all. It takes me a long time to like really wrap my head around these things. With the lowest acceptance, right? No, acceptance and difficulty. Can we not sort by 2? Oh yeah, if we can, here we go. Okay, so this one, wildcard matching. Okay, so the more regular expressions. Oh, look at this one, 18%. Oh, hard, amazing. I wonder if there's a single digit. No, okay. So this looks like the hardest question on leetcode. Valid number, 18%. All right, so let's do this. Copilot can do it. Copilot can do it. Valid number.go. All right, so let's look at this. A valid number can be split up into these components in order. A decimal number or an integer, and a valid number can be split up into these components. A decimal number and an E or E followed by an integer. Optional. Okay. A decimal number can be split up into these components in order. Oh, a valid number can be split up into these components in order, or it can be a signed character, plus or minus, or dot, one or more digits followed by a dot, one or more digit followed by a dot, followed by one or more digits, a dot followed by one or, that's like so specific. Okay, an integer can be split up into these oh my goodness, okay. A signed character or more, okay, so you have to parse the number, right? That's what we're doing. We're trying to see if the thing is a valid number. So it's hex, right? It's hexadecimal numbers, right? So 1A, right? Oh no, that's not valid. Okay, never mind. Okay, so ABC 1A. So this one is not valid, even though like calculators would make it valid. And this is also hex, but we're trying to parse. These are all valid. So negative. Oh, okay. So E is allowed, but the one or more digits followed by a dot followed by one or more digits. But then a sign character. Oh, I see. A decimal number or an integer. An E or E followed by an integer. Oh, because it's not followed by an integer, right? Is that what it is? Is that why it's not valid? I'm guessing. This one doesn't have any dots in it, right? But it's also not valid because the first thing, you have to have one. Wait, an A? A sign character? An E followed by an integer. So if there's an A in it, are there any A's in here? No, there aren't. Okay, so there's only E's. Okay, so at least I narrowed that down. All right, so I have 3 minutes. All right, let's just Copilot can do it. Let's do it. It's already gonna know, right? A valid number can be split. I mean, this is a really specific question, like into 2 parts, right? There, it already. Oops. Okay, it already knows. It already knows. Just keep entering and tabbing. There you go. Notably, wait, what? German? What? I don't know if that's the right. Oh my gosh! Like, it's coming up with something. Let's just not do that. What if I just don't do the comments, right? Let's just do package main. Import. Okay, it just gets a bunch of stuff that it thinks we'll need. All right, fair enough. Okay, so we're gonna do func, and we'll just do the is number, and then okay, s bool. What? Oh, okay. So I think it does need the priming with the comments because it came up with an is number that is like very common, like obviously yes. Like anything between 0 and 9 is a number, but yeah, I think it needs to be primed with the comments. I think it needs that. Okay, let's do it. Let's make sure it can find it. You know what? Maybe this is a new one that it doesn't understand. Can be split up into these components. Colon. Okay, let's see. A group of followed by a decimal point, a group of one or more digits, and more followed by an optional exponent. It's not really, though. Interesting. Maybe it doesn't know this one. Into these components in order. Okay. Let's try that. Oh, you know what? It can't do it because I have code. All right, let's try that. Oh my gosh, it really? Okay, well, let's just let it do what it's gonna do and see if it comes up with the right. I mean, it's close, but I feel like it's not gonna be right? Look, it just keeps going. Wow, I think I broke language Java. Okay. All right, so I think I broke, oh, you know what? Let's do package main. Package main, import. Okay, regex, sure, why not? I don't know why it's gonna do this. I mean, it doesn't say we can't use regular expressions, right? Because, like, to me, this is just a regular expression problem, but yeah. Okay, so let's do func is number. Okay. Wow, it gave me just the signature of the function. It didn't actually complete the function. Let's. Oh man, Copilot's really struggling. Okay, so let me try one more time with OS maybe. Let me just do format, and then we'll do func is number. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think the. Okay. It is clearly breaking down. GitHub might be down again. They might be having MySQL issues again. But okay, what if I get rid of this stuff, this like weird stuff, and then because I think it's like totally broken. Let me try one more time. Let me do one more import. Okay, it really wants to do regex func. Oh, it did the thing. I thought it couldn't do that in between code. Okay, so I completed it. I'm waiting now. I'm waiting, right? Here's my hands, right? I'm not typing. It's not gonna help me. Okay, so let me try one more time. Func is number. I think I broke it. I think I think it can't do the hard questions on LeetCode. Look, there's still hope for people who are really good at LeetCode. Oh man, this thing is broken as hell. Or as heck. Okay, so let's see. Copilot. Status? Is it status? Enabled and online. All right. I don't know. Okay. Let's do main. Will it help me? I think it, oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, I love that. That's hilarious. Let's do that. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so clearly like I've reached some point with Copilot where it does not want to help me anymore. Wow, LeetCode broke it. Okay, let me go back. Like I think I'm really screwing it up with these comments. Okay, so let's see. Invalid in order. Let's keep typing and see if it can actually find it. Let's do no. It's gonna be 1, a decimal number or an integer. 2, a decimal. Oh my gosh, this thing is totally. It doesn't know this question. An e or okay, there we go. No. A decimal number can be split up in order. Okay. No. Wow, it really doesn't know. Let's see if I a sign character. I mean that was kind of it though. It kind of got that one, right? Okay. One of the two, what is this? 1, 2. One of the following formats. Okay. A decimal number. It just okay, let's just give it that and see what it can do, right? So let's do import, right? Yep, it's doing it again. All right, is number. Oh, here we go. That's something different. All right, so if you give it the right comments, it will do it. Like, it will. I'm glad it recovered because for a second there, I was a little worried that I got into the weeds of the machine learning algorithm. All right, so whoop, hello. What am I? Oh my gosh, I just totally okay. All right, so we have that. Let's do main for testing. Is it gonna do it? Okay, okay. So here's some good example. Oh, it kept going. Okay, so it really did that. All right. So we've got like a nice what looks like a triangle or something. I don't really know how you're supposed to validate these. I guess you can, right? Like because I don't know if it's gonna like do the. Anyway, so here's a regular expression. Write your code here. I love it. I love that. That's hilarious. Okay. GitHub is the best. It like steals from everyone and it just puts it in your editor. It's incredible. That's so funny. All right. Or GitHub, Copilot. GitHub does too though, honestly. Okay, so let's see. Let's just make sure that it's actually not horrible. Let's see. So here's valid. Here's a valid number, right? 2. 2 is a valid number. Oh, here we go. So S0 is true. E is false, right? So we'll look for true, false, and then we will look for false again. And then I think if you just do all dots, it should be false, I feel like, because the dots, one of the following formats. Yeah, because you can't just have dots out of nowhere, right? So let's do a sign. Let's do negative. And then actually let's do negative positive because you can't do that either. That should be false. And then let's do negative dots with a negative. So a sign character, one or more digits followed by this. So you can't have dots. You can't have a dot, right? So there you go. This one has it's spaces. So technically that's not valid, right? If there's a empty, if there's a not stripped version. Actually, you know what? It doesn't even have that as invalid. So that could technically be valid. I have no idea. Let's give it a shot. Okay, let's see. What am I doing? Valid numbers. Valid number. Okay, so what did I say? True. Yes. E is false, right? You can't have E. Right, yep. And then dot is also false. They should all be false for a while. Like, this is definitely false. There's no question. That should be false too. So, like, this is true, false, false, right? True, false, false. Yeah, okay, so how many falses? 7 falses? Okay. It'd be nice if I could actually print out the thingy. Let's see. So that is true, and then false. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, and then this one's actually true. 2E10, right? Yes, that's true. That one's valid. And then this one, these, I don't even know. They should all be false, right? So this one's also valid. 1E16. But honestly, what we could do is we could just put this in a loop, right? Before we submit it. Let's, can I do multi-line comment? How do I do multi-line comments with Go? Oh my goodness. Go. Multi-line comments. I'm still, even though I have Copilot at my fingertips, I'm still looking this up. How do you do multi-line comments with Go? Oh my goodness. So there are no multi-line comments. That's fine. That's fine. Whatever. Oh, you know what? That was a Ruby. That was those are Ruby comments, not Go comments. Oh, there we go. All right. So we can just take this array here, and let's see if Copilot's gonna know what I'm gonna do here. We're gonna take this valid, right? And then can I? That's horrible. Can I? Okay, so it already knows what I wanted to do, right? That's exactly what. Okay, it already knew. Like Copilot already knew what I wanted to do. Okay, so I don't know why it expected an expression here. Expected expression. It really doesn't like this. I don't know why. Do I have to give it the type or something? Like string or something? I don't know. Let's just assume it works. All right, let's do it. Let's just ignore that. Oh, nope. Expected a, can you not do, is that not how you do arrays in Go? In Go? Okay, maybe Copilot will help me out here. An array of invalid strings. Will it do it? Okay. Will it do here? Will it do it array of valid strings? Okay, array of invalid strings. Array of valid, it's just gonna keep going, okay. Okay, so it doesn't really know how to do an array, but maybe if I do 1, 2, 3, it'll like figure it out. Okay, is that valid though? Is this valid Go? H? Does it not mind that? Oh, okay. Wait, did it fix itself somehow? There's no way. No. 22, expected comma? Are these not commas? What? Oh, you know what? I think Go arrays are different. It's not like that, it's like that, right? Is that what it is? Oh my gosh. Copilot. Can't stand leetcode stuff, glad you're doing this, like copy your answers if it ever comes up. It won't come up. Don't worry about it. It's not gonna come up. Let's see. Go.array. I'm like looking up Golang array syntax. How to initialize an array. Yes. Yes, thank you. Can I? Okay, var single dimension array. Oh, okay, so you do have to give it a type. And it does need this string, right? Invalid. What is it? Oh, I'm good, right? Can I do that? Do I have to give it a thingy? No, it's fine, right? Oh, I do. Look at that. I have to say string. I have to say the num. Do I have to say the number of things? Like, that's crazy. Multi-dimensional? Wow, I really do. I have to say the number of things in the string. What the heck? What if I just do it empty? Let's see. Maybe it goes smart. Yeah, it goes smart. All right, it's super smart. Okay, so I'm super excited about that. So the you know what? Yeah, I think people who train for interviews with this stuff must live in a different world than me. A Fang world. Dude, they live in the Mang. Is it Mang? Is it manga? Or is it Fang? I don't know. But yeah, you're right. Like, they're in a different world than me too. All right. So, oh my gosh, I'm over time already. Dang it. I should have started earlier. All right. So this is already wrong, right? Like, this thing's totally wrong already. Because 0089, it should be valid, right? They're all valid. So every single thing should be true, right? Luckily, I'm really good at regular expressions, but still, I'm not readily interested in solving this. So four dots. So if the dots are messing it up, and then the leading zeros are messing it up, right? So the regular expression looks a little complicated. It's looking a little. It's got some. So optional sign character, right? What's up with the backticks? Do you have to do that? That's cool. That's a cool literal for regular expressions. Okay, so then you have 1 through 9. Okay, so but it says 0089, right? So but it could be any integer. That's the thing, right? But then it says less than 20 character, less than 20. Oh, so the length is less than 20. What is Copilot doing? Is this less than 20? Oh, I guess it is. Okay, so the length is less than 20, but uppercase and lowercase 0 through 9. So it has 1 through 9. But then it has like this or 0? What is Copilot do? What is it doing? What if you just give it 0? Will it totally fail? Oh, okay. So now that one fixed. That fixed it. And they're all good except for the 4 dot. So where's the dot? So this says or like what is this? What is this? Why is this? This is a group, right? But like why is this here? Like what is this? I don't understand why the 0's here. That's so weird. Like it's doing the padding after? It's interesting. I mean, to me, I would just like totally straightforward, like read the input and like just do it in the most straightforward way. Okay, so here's the dot. And this says, I think it's like the capture maybe. I'm not really sure how to read that. Okay, so negative 0.1 is true, but 4 dot is false. So this is 0 or more digits, right? This is also super confusing too, because like, why don't you just, can you not do that? Am I gonna mess this up by just doing that? Right? No, I'm not gonna mess it up. It's gonna be even better, right? Okay, so 4 dot is still false. Like I really I still don't get this one. It must be some case from the invalids. Let's do the invalid one. Invalid, right? And then we'll say, will it help me? No, Copilot's not gonna. Oh, it took a second, but it came up with something. And it came up with something that's like it's like repeating itself. Let's just do this instead. Let's just get the invalid ones from here. And then we will do that instead. Right? All right, Copilot, I get it. I get it. Once I get good at Go though, man, like you don't even know. I won't even need Copilot. Okay, so range invalid is not, okay, so these should all be false, right? So all trues, all false, right? So the last true, we'll put an empty line here. Do I have to do that or can I just do that? I think I could just do that, right? An empty string. There we go. Okay, so all falses, yes, all trues, except for 4 dot. Either a number starting with a non-zero or a single 0. Oh, I see. Okay, well, that's what but the D though is just 0 or many numbers, but here you have the set. So like, I feel like that's redundant, right? And then either a number starting with a non-zero or a single 0. So that's what this is, I guess, right? I'm guessing this. Is that? Yeah, I'm guessing, right? Okay. So then it doesn't like this dot. So like when it comes to this group, the 4 dot should, oh, you know what? Because this whole thing is set to optional, but this should be optional, right? This because the 4 dot is valid, right? So this thing assumes that it's the dot and then a number, but this could either be a star, or you can make the actual /d plus optional, right, instead of the group. So I'm gonna go with star, right? And let's see. You can get rid of it because you're allowing an integer to start with 0. It could just be d plus. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Well, it could be d star, right? Like, because it could be 0 or 1, right? Like, does it have to start with a digit? It doesn't, right? Because here, like 0.9, right? So it has to be optional. So it has to be a star, not a plus. Well, I actually know what I'm talking about. I can't believe all my messing around with Janet. You know what got me on regular expressions? All my messing around with Janet. Janet uses these stupid what is it called? Pegs, parsing expression grammars, and it's just like named regular, like name. You give them names essentially instead of like little symbols. Oh yeah, but you don't need the or 0. Yes, I don't need the or 0. Let's get rid of that because that was weird. That was super weird. Here we go. So now we're in a group. Which let's make this the group, right? Let's not do that. Let's just do that. And then I don't think I messed it up just by doing that. I think it's okay still. So this star, and let's see what happens. Yes, all true, all false. Perfect. Yes. Man, regular expressions is my jam. Heck yeah. Look at this. This is the hardest question. Come on. I wish more LeetCode questions had regular expressions because I use regular expressions all the time. Oh man, well not all the time, but in my side projects I do. All right, so look, all right, I just want I don't want to toot my own horn here, all right, but we're gonna see if like my mind and Matt's mind and Copilot's mind can all meld together and bring it together for this hardest LeetCode question ever for interview questions. Let's try it. I love that's 2 lines. I love that. That's hilarious. This is the final LeetCode question that we will do. If it fails, I'm still logging off. I'm not sticking around. Let's see. D is the only one I can remember. I mean, yeah, I know everything about reg. All right, so here we go. This is the moment of truth, right? Let's oh, what am I doing? Let's close this other tab. Let's close this LeetCode is hiring thing because no one wants to work LeetCode. Okay, let's do submit. Let's submit it. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can get a sense if it's right or not. Also, LeetCode, no dark mode. What's up with that? All right, so submit. Didn't even run it. I don't even know if oh, it's the wrong answer. No, the dot by itself should be true. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm looking at this and I'm thinking this group's optional. This group is optional. And this is, oh, shoot. oh, there you go. That's all right. Well, it's probably, all right. Let's try it one more time. I said I wasn't going to try it again, but I have to try it again. Oh, you know, let's make sure ours is still good. Yeah, okay, so that's still good. Oh no, there's a true, E3. Shoot. Okay, let me see. Maybe that was all that complicated nonsense from before. Maybe that's why that was there. Okay, so this. Okay, so star. What if I make that a plus? Maybe you're right. Maybe I was wrong. Matt was right. Dang it, Matt. Dang it, he was right. Shoot. Matt, we don't need my mind anymore. We just need Matt's mind and Copilot's mind, and that will make it. That'll make it go. Oh no, but 0.9. I was right, but then Matt was right too. Let me see. So what if I just make this optional with a plus? Okay, there we go. All right, so that's. Oh no, E3 again is true. Shoot, man, this thing, yeah, it's tricky for sure. Okay, so this. I don't need this to be optional because it's 0 or 1. And we look at this and we see E3 is true, right? Even though it shouldn't be. Why is E3 true? Because all this stuff is optional now, right? But it looks like you can't start. I don't think you can start. So E is optional. But you can't start with an E, right? It has to be a decimal. So you need a number, right? or an integer. Or an integer. A decimal number or an integer? Okay, so that's that, right? So that's, oh, this is, oh. Okay, okay. There we go. And I don't know if this whole group is optional or just this one. I think it's just this one. So I'm kind of back to where I was with the 0. You don't need the capture groups either. Yeah, I guess I don't need the capture groups, that's true. But anyway, we'll leave them in. All right, so let me see. So false, false, false. Oh my goodness, I just totally ruined it. Yeah, I guess I don't really need the capture groups. But it's nice to see them, I guess. Like, I don't know. What if I go back to Copilot's original one? And I start with, okay, so this is Copilot's original one, right? Right? This is Copilot's original one. Okay, so this one was what Copilot initially had, right? And then if I try the valids, and then I try the invalids, the invalids, that's terrible. Okay, so println. Do we really need the colons? Oh, we do. Wow. Or the parens? Invalid. Wow, I'm getting really good at Go syntax. Look at that. Okay, so let me see. I don't need the capture. I don't know if the capture groups matter necessarily. Let's do oh, oops, hello. Invalid. Okay. So let's see. Okay, it's all false. Oh wow, yeah, look at that. 2 false, like 2, and then the 0. Okay, so yeah, I really want to understand why this is like this. I mean, Copilot's clearly wrong, but it's like, I don't know why, like, who did this? Which person did this monstrosity of like this 0 thing? So I think 0, what if I just do 0 through 9, and then I just get rid of this? And then I leave this capture group as like 2 capture groups? let's just get rid of that one capture group there. And then let's see. Okay, so now I have all trues and all falses except for back to the decimals, right? I don't need the capture groups, but if I leave out the capture groups are just like for the grouping, for the question marks, I think. So I don't know if I need them, but I think it would be like more difficult without them. I think. Okay, so let me see. So dot. So 4 dot is false and -.9 is also false. I said I wasn't gonna debug this. Man, freaking A. XKCD, right? Nerd sniping, right? Have you not seen this? Have you seen this XKCD? Nerd sniping, right? Man, I love DuckDuckGo. It's so good, so clean. Look at that. So it's like this whole thing. It's like you're like, you showed a problem and it drops everything else to work on it, right? And so you created like a new thing, nerd sniping, and then you know, so it's like this infinite grid of ideal 1 ohm resistors. What's the resistance between 2 marked nodes, right? And then, like, you know, they just stop in the middle of the road and like he gets hit by a truck. Anyway, so that's what's funny. So I just got nerd sniped because this question is so useless, but like, who cares? Okay, so, and I really should go, but you know, I got 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes to solve it. Okay, so this dot and this. So Copilot's is this, and that's clearly wrong. What if I just, yeah, what if I leave that 0? So that's still wrong, right? Yeah, so because I mean, I can just leave that 0 in there. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might as well just leave the 0 in there. Who cares, right? Let's see. So dot. So this whole thing, I mean, it could be optional. This whole thing, but it can't because only this part could be optional, right? This says an optional. Can Copilot switch to an if-based solution? Dude, I bet you it can. Here, what if I give it another one? Func is number. Let's try it. Okay, so is it different? No, it's the same. What if I give it... It's funny because I did it a bunch of times after the last stream, and it actually came up with a completely recursive, no for loop solution. And I knew it was the right one. I was like, that's the one. That's what I was looking for. Like, the for loop is so awkward. Like, with the recursion, don't mix. Just do recursion or do for loops. Don't put them together, all right? Keep it pure, okay? You know, the math, keep it pure. Okay, let me see. So it's just coming up with the same stuff over and over again. Okay, what am I doing? What is this? What? Okay. All right, let's look at this one more time. I want this to be optional for some reason, but the 0 obviously is optional, right? Okay, so that came back with negative 0.9 is true, but E3 is now true too, right? Because I made this optional. Yeah, now it's false. So yeah, this is tricky for sure. I should probably come up with the regular expression myself, but I feel like it's so close. But I felt like that was also last stream was also Copilot was so close, but it's like weirdly off by like 2, right? Let me see. So 4 point is false. But it shouldn't be, because this whole thing is optional. But I think the dot is also optional by itself, but they're individually they're not optional. I could do this. Wait. Because this decimal is optional. And this also, the decimal itself is optional, is it? No, one of the following formats, 1 or more digits followed by a dot. Okay, what if I leave that in? And just make that optional? Okay, so it's really getting a lot of falses now. It really didn't like that one. Because the decimal is optional. One or more digits followed by a dot. 1 or more digits followed by a dot followed by 1 or more digits. A dot followed by 1 or more digits. Okay, so here's 1 or more digits, right? Or 0 or more digits, right? Okay, so the decimal number, so I'm handling 2 cases, decimal and integer, right? So integer is optional. The integer is, I should probably make this, I should separate this by integer or decimal. Like why is this all in 1, right? Like wouldn't you just do a big or in the middle? Like, right? So you would say, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't really want to stray from a Copilot solution, but what are you gonna do? Can I do this? Okay. So yeah, this is right. So plus or minus is optional for decimals. Let's just do decimals, right? Let's just do decimals. You know what? No, let's not do decimals, because let's do integers, because that's way more. Okay, so here's integer, right? And then 1 or more digits. Oh, that's easy. Okay, so then this is just this, right? It's a decimal or 1 or more digits, right? Or, right? It's 1 or more digits. Okay, so that's the integer, right? So this side is the integer side, and then this or here is the decimal side, right? Okay. So I think if I start just completely new, right? What the heck did it just do? It's like repeating again. Man, it really likes to do that. Okay, can I escape the thing? Yeah, okay. All right. So, wow, it's so hard to do this. Plus, minus, or, okay, so now it's optional sign character. One of the following formats. So let's do 1 first. And I might even do ors for all of them, right? Maybe, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work. 1 or more digits followed by a dot. Okay, so 1 or more digits followed by a dot. 1 or more digits followed by a dot. So I literally just do the stupidest thing, right? Followed by a dot. Followed by 1 or more digits. Okay, or a plus or minus sign, right? Which I could group this together later, but and then 1 or more digits, right? Oh, where's the E though? Oh, an optional E, followed by, okay, so E's at the end. Followed by an integer. Okay, so a dot a dot, one or more digits. Okay, so a dot, right, followed by one or more digits, right? And then I could just do or again, because I'm a dummy. And then I could say or an optional E or E, right? Followed by an integer. And an integer is plus, minus, question mark, and D plus, right? Okay. So that is the worst implementation of this question, right? It's literally, I got it. Oh, see you later, Matt. So it's like, this is the worst implementation. Look at this. It's or, right? It's OR'd here. So, okay, let's go over this one more time. So this is the integer. And just to check myself, right? Optional EE. So this, oh, this whole thing is optional. Right? So here's integer again, right? Plus, minus, and a decimal integer, and it's EE, optional EE followed by an integer. So this, the whole thing is optional, right? This whole thing is optional, yes. Okay, let's work backwards. Here we go. So this is the third part of the decimal, right? So this is plus minus is optional, and then one of the following formats, right? So I'm repeating the plus minus. So obviously you'd put it together in a real regular expression, but like, who cares, right? Like, I don't care at all. So this or though shouldn't be here probably, because this is the end. It's a decimal or an integer, and then this optional thing at the end, right? So I could group all of these together. I could try to group all of these together, right? And then get rid of this or, right? And then have this be optional, right? So it's or any of this. So this, or this, or this, and then it starts with this, right? I think this is probably the most simple. This is probably too simple for this question, but you know what? I want to test my mettle against Copilot. So let's try it. All right. So this is obviously going to be wrong, but you know what? Let's just try it. Okay. So there's lots of false positives, right? Which is my personality. I'm a positive kind of guy, you know. Okay. So 1A is true, which it should not be at all. Like, I don't even know how that came about, you know? Like, that's so bad. Oh, I have a dot here. What is this dot doing here? Why is that dot there? What is it? What? This is the third case, right? A dot followed by, right? One or more. Why was there a dot just free floating? It's like, no wonder. Okay, so those are all true still. 1A is true. Okay, so 1A. So 1A matches this. And then since I'm saying ors, oh, maybe the ors. Okay, so now that I've separated them into ors, I should probably try to bring them all back together. I should probably say, okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Copilot was right about this one. I came up with the same solution, right? EE plus minus, we're assuming I'm right too. And then, yes. Okay, so that's right. And then this one. Okay, so now this is by itself. So then it says, so this is the integer, right? So we can get rid of this. And then we can say, so it's going to be a decimal or an integer, right? So I think that's what they're trying to do here. This is supposed to be a decimal or an integer. Actually this one too, right? But it didn't really work out like that. This actually might be, yeah, I'm still not sure why that's there, but it's wrong anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, so so let's see. This is an integer, right? And then so we can do this as an integer, or we could say, right? So we could say, okay, so that's plus minus or an integer or, so I think for this we should put an or here, because then we could do the decimals as ors. So this one we could probably, oh no, this is part of it actually. So this one is this, and then this is so valid is negative and then decimal, right? So it's interesting because I have a bunch of ors here, but I'm saying this or this, right? But then here's the or one for that. So none of this is, that's not optional. None of this stuff is optional. And the integer, the decimal, followed by a dot, or, oh, you know what? We don't need this anymore. And then this decimal, followed by a dot, and then this number like, okay, also, so this, none of these are actually optional, but they're like, they can be any of the three, right? So this kind of makes sense to me, to do this or thing. And I think it's a little better, but I don't know. I think it might actually be worse because the only things that are optional is sign characters, or the EE, followed by an integer, right? Which is this, right? Which I don't know why this plus, oh, because this is the integer, right? Yeah, fair enough. So this actually is not optional, but this whole thing is optional, right? Yes. Okay, so if I see an E in here with no number after it, it's not valid. So like 1E is not valid, right? Even starting with an E isn't valid, right? 1A is not valid, ABC is not valid. Yeah, I don't actually know why A is being picked up as valid, right? I'm not actually sure why that's happening. Okay, let's see. All right, so still a lot of trues. 1A is still true, probably because my ors are too naive, right? Like, and even this 9.5A stuff is like, my ors are, it's too naive, so I can't just do ors, I don't think. Man, I should really go. So yeah, I'm really struggling. This happened last stream. I thought for sure Copilot would help me with the hardest LeetCode question. But here I am trying to solve it. Okay, let's see. All right, so the ors aren't working. I can't use the ors anymore. I need to do something else, right? It's too naive. It doesn't work. So let me think about this. I could try to combine it like they did here with the optional, right? So like here, I have the same exact thing as them here, right? So this is a dot followed by one or more digits, right? So it either starts with a dot, right? Or so it either starts with an integer, one or more digits, but one or more digits is already like here, and it's here too, right? So I could probably just drop this one, right? So I don't actually need that or anymore. But I don't want to say it's optional, right? But even though it is optional, because here there's no, this is valid, but there's no, so this one is this case here, right? So I could say this is optional now, this decimal, right? But if you have, so it could be one or more digits followed by a dot followed by one or more digits. And it could start with a digit or it can start with a dot, right? So I can't make the digits, I can't make the one digit, I can't make the one or more digits optional. And I can't make the decimal or the dot optional either. I mean, it is optional in a sense, but yeah, I mean, here I can do this, and that's the same thing as what I had before, right? But yeah, so this, and then, so or. So I'm still matching all of these, even though it's going to be, if this one is true, these ones are not true, right? Oh, you know what? Why is this? I need to end this. That's pretty bad. All right, so let's try this. Okay, so all truths. Oh my gosh, it's working. I freaking did it, Matt. Oh, he's not here. All right, so I'm just kidding. Okay, so okay, so this works, and I actually combined integers with, so I could probably take this back, right? Because I don't like to do that. I want to keep them separate, right? Like I don't want that. So like this, or this. Let's see if that works. Yeah, exactly. That was what I was thinking, right? Is like I just separate out the integers and bring them back together, right? So the ors weren't the problem. It was just I was trying to do too much in each of them, and it was like really confusing, the regular expression thing, I think, or it was confusing me. So anyway, I can't believe this is working. This is so naive. Like I don't think it's gonna work for the rest of this stuff. I mean, let's I guess I could try this like huge thing, right? Like I could try this, right? I don't know. Let's see. I don't even know like how to validate this at all. I mean, I can assume these are all false, but like, because there's a plus at the end of this one, but that's false, right? This one has an E, but it can't be followed by a negative sign, right? It can only be followed by an integer. Oh no, an integer, it's fine, but the integer is not, there's no dots, right? So all of these are false automatically because the dot follows the, it can't have a dot after the E, right? Do I see that? Yeah. See, I can't have a dot after the E. Yeah, you know what? Let's try this regular expression. Let's stick this into leetcode and see what happens, right? Let's just run it first though to make sure, because I don't want to be that guy who thinks, oh, I got it. Copilot did it, right? Okay, so cool. So let's submit it. Cool. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it freaking works! Dude, I'm so excited by that. I don't get super excited on this, but like, dude, like Copilot has nothing on me for regular expressions, all right? Yes, I still have a job. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so I just want to mark this moment with the thing. It's super slow, don't get me wrong. But it's super correct, okay? It's slow, but it's correct. The next thing, now I really want to make it faster. I can't believe that people got it faster, and it uses 7 megs of memory. That's insane. That's crazy. Wow. Okay, so I have an idea how to make this faster. Obviously, these OR cases are killing the performance of this regular expression, right? So that would be another thing. But like, Copilot did not have it. Like, I think it was trying to make it quick here. Now that I'm looking at this, like, it's pretty freaking close, like to what I have. Like, it's pretty close. I think this is for performance. I've never gotten into regular expression like optimization like this, like for performance, but I'm fairly sure this situation is for performance, right? Like, and then this. It's interesting that it would do this too, right? Instead of the D, because it would say instead of the D. Jeez. So because there's never 2 digits, right? Like, I mean, there could be 1 or more digits, but I think like if this was a dot, right? Like that might actually do it. Now that I'm looking at Copilot's solution and like it looks almost similar to mine, this might actually do it though. Like it just with the dot there, right? No, that didn't do it. Copilot is still wrong. I can't save you, Copilot. I can't save you from your crappy regular expressions, okay? I'm sorry. Like, you suck. I don't know what to tell you. All right, so anyway, I'm super excited. I got a question that Copilot could not get. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. In a language I don't even understand. Well, I understand regular expressions, but I don't understand Go. I'm super hyped by this. I love this. I'm still super excited. All right, that's the end of the stream. I'm going out on a high note. I'm the champion. Copilot sucks. I'm the best. All right, yeah, stick it. Take that, Copilot. All right, that's all. That's it.